What are you supposed to say when a girl asks you to rate her on a scale from 1 to 10? I went on a blind date set up by a mutual friend of ours and we had dinner. We were having a good time and then she just randomly asked me to rate her on a scale from 1 to 10. I asked in what fashion? Physical appearance, personality, fashion. She said just overall. From what you have gathered about me so far, what rating would you give me? I told her that I was going to be honest and not sugarcoat anything and she said that's what she prefers. Now, she was a beautiful girl with a bubbly personality, but I didn't want to boost her ego too much, so I said 7. She looked offended, but I said that she had the chance to improve her rating as the night went along. However, after I said 7, her energy completely changed and the rest of the date was whack. You must go to Hogwarts, because you are a 9 3/4. I always tell them that 110 is entirely too subjective, which is why I will only rate her as either a hotel girl or a motel girl. My immediate response would be, yeah, I don't do that. Move the conversation to something else. You say, oh no, no, no. That's how the Trojan War started. If she knows, it's a compliment. If she doesn't know, you explain that the whole thing started because women wanted the Prince of Troy to rate them. Makes you look knowledgeable and changes the subject. Check her ID to make sure she's not a 14-year-old girl asking questions like that. Don't do it, it's a trap. You're supposed to dodge the question and answer in a fashion that compliments her without giving a rating. Although that is a terribly awkward question for a first date. Everybody has their insecurities. But dumping them on you right out of the gate would probably be a red flag for me. 5-7 obviously. I'm the 6 and you are the 9. Works every time. Okay, sign. Interesting that you didn't want to boost her ego. Why? It's a date. You said you liked her. Just say something nice. Doesn't have to be, oh, you're definitely a 10. I love you. Could have just been, I don't do the whole number system thing, but you're really pretty and I'm having a great time. 7.8 Too much water. I don't grade incomplete work. I'm still gathering data before I can come to an accurate conclusion. Men's scale is capped at 7, women's scale starts at 7. Simples. When someone is fishing for compliments, anything less than a compliment is an insult. If I believe that rating someone on a scale of 10 is confusing and meaningless, I wouldn't be drawn into the number. I can still tell them they're beautiful with a bubbly personality, if it boosts their ego. So what? It's true. Admiral Akbar enters chat. I would laugh and say, I don't see you as a prize sow at a state fair to be graded. Throw it right back her. Are you accustomed to a 110 grading system? I would have said you can't rate works of art, especially Picasso's. You're a 9 and I'm the one making us the perfect 10. Always say 11. Always. If you can honestly say 9 or 10, and you think she will agree, and don't think you are trying to flatter her, give an honest answer. Otherwise, say that you really like her, if that's the truth, and move on to something else. But really, no one should ask a question like that when they don't want an honest answer. I personally think people shouldn't ask that of you. Once the question is asked, there is no safe direction to go in. Say anything lower than 9 and someone's hurt. 9 and above and you sound hard to believe. Refuse to answer and people just assume you're withholding a low rating. I think it's a major red flag when people play mind games like this. Rating people according to appearance is immature, tacky, and dehumanizing. If someone asked me to do so, I hope I'd refuse to. You failed. Open mouth smile. Bro, she's just fishing for compliments. Flatter her but act like it's no big deal. Because it really isn't. Girl, you're a 10, beautiful, clever, sexy, cool, you name it. But what I'm really into is someone humble, loyal, courageous, kind, and considerate. So while you're definitely super attractive, I want to get to know the girl on the inside. Or something to that effect. Play with her mind, not just her body. Bro. Shoot low. Break her spirit. Leave her with lifelong trauma to her self-image that she copes with by putting herself in abusive and toxic relationships because she thinks she's not good enough for real happiness. Be a man. Woman, does this dress make me look fat? Op, more like chubby. Or pudgy. But not in a nice way. Interesting that you didn't want to boost her ego. Why? It's a date. You said you liked her. Just say something nice. Doesn't have to be, oh, you're definitely a 10. I love you. Could have just been, I don't do the whole number system thing, but you're really pretty and I'm having a great time. Yeah, I'm not falling into that trap. Rate her a 0 for asking you that. It's not on the scale technically, so no harm. No foul grin coming from a woman. This is an extremely dumb question. Ask me in the morning. Just tell her no thanks, I don't do the rating thing. I didn't want to boost her ego. I'm gonna let you in on a secret. Girls like this don't have egos. Anyone who fishes for compliments like this is probably really insecure. Metric or imperial? You laugh and say no. You got caught in a trap question. Just to be diplomatic but not an ass kisser, you should have just said 8 honestly. For whatever reason, there's a big mental gap for people between the numbers 7 and 8 despite being not a big difference at all. You want the no BS answer? 10. And then when she fake chastises you for lying, 9 with an explanation that highlights her unique positives. Tell her she breaks the scale. Don't do this. Make her laugh and move on. I am going to lose no matter what I say, aren't I? I've never asked anyone to rate me. It makes me think of that Black Mirror episode where people's lives revolved around ratings and they could be ostracized for low karma. Kinda like Reddit. Well, the answer is definitely not 2. When did this sub turn into how do I respond in this social situation because I can't think for myself because I want attention on Reddit? If someone asks me this, they no longer have my interest. The answer is 15. The answer is always 15. Next up, does this make my ass look fat? The answer is hi, I'm a girl. The real answer is this. She should not be asking this question, lol. It's weird. And uncomfortable. And a lose-lose. You should respond how nicely or rudely feels fitting for the situation, lol. Didn't want to boost her ego? That's strange to me. Red flag. Big red flag. What I hear is keep her insecure. But it was also a stupid question. 9.5. The only reason it wasn't a 10 is because I don't want you 2 out of my league. IDC who in the hell the person is. If they want a 110 rating from me, I'm being as honest as possible. If they can't handle it, I don't need them in my life. The only acceptable answer will be 9, which results in them asking why not 10 and you saying nobody's perfect. If you say anything lower than 9, they will be offended. Say 10 or give up. It is a trap. You need to deflect the question. You are beautifully unique and beyond compare. I guess she was expecting an 11. You say who starts a damn conversation like that? I just sat down. You say 10-10 and then avoid someone that needy. You run. This is a trap. There is no right answer and you don't want to date that. If you said 10, she would accuse you of lying. It's a thirst trap. Run.